Right, ready?
Switch on.
Picture in here. Like respect.
Do you want to just shut that? Hello, mate, please.
I was around a little bit.
I'll shut the other one.
Okay, we'll crack on, guys. Thank you for coming in a bit earlier. This will take probably 15-20 minutes. Okay, and at the end I'm going to go over the set plays because obviously we're going to be doing them out there in a bit. Okay. Just first of all, those that know me now know me. Listen, don't worry if you can't read what's on there because it's just to recap it for me, just to go over a couple of things. Those that know our work will have got an idea from working with me last season, and those that are just coming in, you'll soon get used to what I'm about, okay? But just on from last season, this season, my desire, my attitude, trying to get everything, even after like a bit of towards the end of the season and not really had a break from football, I'm still enthusiastic as ever as I am, okay? And that's why when I talk about out there, I want to be with the ball at all times. I don't want to be wasting time on fitness. For me, that's an environment that you can do outside of this. Generally, you're all pretty fit anyway, but if we want to go to a level that I want us to go to, then I expect to be here and playing football, okay? If I'm having to do conditioning sessions or shuttles, then I'm pretty pissed off and you're not doing what you should do. Basically, it's quite simple. Get yourself as fit as you can away from you so as we can crack straight on, okay? If you're here for any other reason than what I've just talked about, then trust me, you're in the wrong team, okay? Because that's not what we're going to be about. Just a couple of little rules. This is one thing that I'm massively about, okay, is timekeeping. If we say we're going to train at 6:45, I expect us out on the park at 6:45, okay? Not here at 6:45 and then getting a rub and then going out there. Try and get all that done before, guys. Ideally, when we do stuff out there, I want everyone available. Okay, doesn't matter if you're not starting, if you've not been playing the week before, I need you out there because A, you're doing it for the squad, for the badge, okay? Not necessarily for you personally in the team. The other thing for me is, and I've always said this, that in life there's two types of people, okay? But I equate it to a footballer, because that's the sport that we love, okay? The honest person, footballer, gets up in the morning, looks at himself in the mirror, does the best that he can do all day for himself, for those around him. Okay, he goes to bed at night, looks himself again in the mirror and knows that he's done his best. The dishonest one is the one that looks for an excuse. He looks for, the ball is flat, my kit isn't right, my shorts are too tight, my long sleeve top, the referee was wrong. To me, that's a dishonest footballer. Look at yourself first and foremost. Hence, go back to last Monday when this should have been happening. Circumstances made it not happen, but ultimately it's my fault, so I take full responsibility for it. And lucky Robbo and Jonah didn't find me too heavily, otherwise shuttles would have been brought in. Again, like I say, this exactly. This is a no excuse culture. Okay, I am going to touch on last season because for me, some people say we failed because we didn't win the league. Now, possibly yes, we did. If you aim to be number one and you don't get there, then okay, that's fair enough, you did fail. But if you aim to be top 6, 7, and you then fail that, you'll probably be 11th, 12th. So it depends what you aim for, okay? And I personally have my own personal aims, and I had 3 last season, okay? And I'll just quickly tell you them. One was my daughter was at finishing school. I wanted her to go to sixth form college, not continue her education at school. The other one was Westfield's top 5, and the other one was in my academy, 4 boys scouted. Fortunately, all 3 ticked the box, okay? And again, so that was last season, and like I say, that was top 5 is what I wanted us to be. We just stuck there and got it. But if somebody had said to me at the start of last season, evening Febs, if somebody had said to me at the start of last season that our season will become the most successful Westfields team in history, beat the 86 Vars team, play the best football this club has seen, then I'd have taken that, and I'd have been extremely proud, and was proud that we did that, and we did that as a group. So to me, if that's a failure, give it me again this season, okay? But we'll go one more, because we'll get better. I am small, but I'm very, very greedy and always want more. So even if you've worked extremely hard on Monday night, I want more Wednesday night, because I know there's more in the locker, okay? We look at self-analysis, I do it all the time, okay? So we did as staff, so it was from the groundsman to the players, the kit man, everything, what could we have done better? Mentally, I think we were all too nice, both staff and players, and I think it was a weakness. Can we train to improve this? Yes, we can. And this will be something by doing these occasionally on training nights. If we've had a hard couple of games, Saturday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Wednesday, then maybe we do this on a Monday or a Thursday night, or something like that. Have we made changes? Yes, on the staff structure. Rewarding success in terms of with you guys, with your player contracts that we've got you to sign. When, not if, when we hit bumps in the road, and we will, this is where you will be massive. Your players committee, that you get together and you sort out. We don't go into corners and start moaning, oh he's not here, oh he's done this, or he's travelled there, oh he didn't turn up there, and you carp about each individuals. You get together and we stick together, then you bring it to us and we sort it. That's how we get success. Okay? Any other way, it won't work, guys. Remember, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, okay? Couple of things, and we will hit bumps in the road. This is why I brought this up. On one of my courses, the coach of this athlete was telling us that in '99, that the person was too small to be a multi-eventer. They would never do it. 7 years later, they won a bronze in the Olympics. Okay? But they were told again, you will never achieve better than that. 2 years later, they had 3 stretch fractures in the right leg. Okay? So they had to decide that she had to change what leg she jumped off. Okay? So that would be like saying to Jonah, Aidan, that you're not allowed to use your left leg, you've got to predominantly be right. Can that be done? This person was, I think, 25. Yeah, probably struggling with the left. Is it the way around, is it? This person was 24, 5 at the time. So imagine changing that. You've got to change all the motor engrams, all the pathways in your head. She'd been in hop skip jumps since she was 9 years old. 2012 Olympics, her first jump. Okay, she had done this now. Her first jump, the coach, Tony Minicello, was told by his biomechanics Alice in the stand, came over to him and said, she's just taken 19 strides. She'd always done 17. Her routine was 17 strides jump, 17 jump. She'd done 19. He turns around and he says, well, how did she jump? He said, well, she did a personal best. And so he turned around and said, well, you going to tell her? She comes over, okay, 2 more jumps to go. Everything all right? And he said, yeah, do you feel fine? Yeah, fine. Nothing untoward? No. Okay, carry on. She carried on, she did 2 more personal bests and eventually got gold. So you can change, things can happen, okay? My philosophy, I want a team with commitment, one that plays, runs, trains, respects our opponents, but also understands the intelligence of the game, which is what we're teaching you. Now listen, I know a lot of you here have probably won leagues, season pros and all the rest of it. Can you do better? I think the previous slide shows that we can always do better. If you want to get bigger accolades, greater accolades, I'll use our noisy neighbours across the road for an example. Some people say that we should compare to them. To me, I don't call it comparison, but it's like a Man United and Wigan, okay, in terms of the support and everything behind them. If you win a league across the road, compared to winning it here, would be like them going back into the Football League and us winning this league. So that's where I look at it. My personal philosophy, and everyone here in this room going this season to be the best in everything that we do. Morning, Sammy. Style of play, okay, to play open and expansive and attractive football. Create a player so we can eliminate 1v1 going forward, defensively good enough to cope 1v1. Attackingly strong enough that we dominate our opponents. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find that excuse that we go back to that dishonest footballer. Okay? There's 6 key moments in the game: in possession, out possession, counter-attack when we win the ball, counter-defend when we lose it, set plays and attacking. That's why I'm going to go on to them in a minute. That's just a little model of it. Again, that's how I look at it. Attacking, there's 4 phases, defending 3 phases. Attacking, build-up, consolidation, creativity, which we've touched on then. We did all that last season. We've done a bit of that the other night, and we've done a bit of that. We haven't really done that because that's the fun bit, and we don't need to do that just yet because to be at this level you should be pretty decent anyway. And from the KPIs that we did last year, you are. Defending again, prevent the build-up, so we defend from the front, prevent progress from midfield, and prevent the chances of the defenders. Okay? In possession. We control the game through possession, but it must have a purpose. It's great saying have all these touches. You look at the England teams that we say when we go abroad and all the rest that we can't play, we play around back. Hence we use the bounce pass. Man City, Pep always says they've got to have 15 passes before they go forward. There's a reason for that. Okay? When you get to the very top, a lot of teams are organised and concentration levels are elite, so they don't get sucked out. At this level we will. That's why we use the bounce pass, because trust me, we've proved it, that striker will only do 1 or 2 doggies before he's tired, and on the second or third bounce out we then come out into midfield. Okay, so there is a purpose to it. When we have the ball, the 4 phases that there are: the build-up, the consolidation, the creativity and the finish. The build-up from the opposition, it depends whether it's a high press against, it's a medium press, or it's a low-lying block. It can be any of them. You've got to make those decisions out there on the field of play. We will give you the tools that you're all ready for it. It is vital we open up the pitch and control the spaces. Play with width and depth. That's why I keep on with our wide players to get out into these areas. Have 5 receiving lines. Don't be on the same lines as other players. Trust each other to play out of pressure. Again, we talked about a little bit of this the other night. Trade spaces through rotation. So if somebody drops into that hole, can somebody get behind him? If our striker comes short, can our wide players go high? Have the knowledge, have the unselfishness. We talked about it the other night, one of the goals. Ben Hayner, when he took him player out wide, but we still scored through the middle because he unselfishly dragged the player out wide. Again, doing it for the team, not the individual. Create the overloads, get our wide players getting overloads. Can we have the players, we touched on this a little bit the other night, the technical ability to receive on the half turn. I was mainly doing this to hammer home to Hamzy how much more I think he could be effective if he does that. Okay? One of my favourite players, Zabi, that's why I've used him. When you open your shoulders to receive to go forward, you're very hard to play against, but you've got to be in a position and check your shoulders that you can do that. Receive on different lines, my midfielders, my strikers, we've talked about that. React to each other to find the space. Again, comfortable receiving in all types of pressure. The last bit you can really possess the tactical flexibility in terms of movement and positions. This is what we're going to do a lot this season. Okay? Again, progressing the overloads. Finish, all types of finish. One-touch headers, angled shots, dribble, combination, volleys and rebounds. These are just briefly topics that I will be covering, that I want to. Those are the defending ones. I won't go through them all because we will do them. We will do them this season. We touched on a few last season. Again, attacking-wise, those are some of the ones we will do. Team shape, team set plays, this one's the biggie that we're going to kick off this season with. Okay? Throw-ins, they will be coming set plays. When we go to this, I love this picture because all this part is what we do here that no one sees. And again, you'll have all seen this many, many times. That is what you see out there on the park on a Saturday. All this year, I had to do a study once on ice skating. Okay? We watched these ice skaters, we had elite, amateurs, skaters, and afterwards we weren't told who was who. And of a mixed room of pre-qualified people, we got most of it wrong. Because the ones that were falling over, we took were amateurs. But it wasn't. It's the other way around. Because the elite players were trying something different. The amateurs just stuck to doing it nicely, so they didn't make mistakes. They're training. That's why they said when it comes to a match day, the elite skaters have done it in practice. They won't make mistakes. The amateurs won't take themselves out of that comfort zone. So that's, to me, that's why that one is massively important. A couple of quotes. One of the greatest golfers, they basically said to him how lucky a golfer he was. He said, it's strange, and the more I practice, the luckier I go. Again, that goes back to the motor engrams in your brain, your pathways. The more we do things, tonight after the set plays, we're going to recap the 3 things that we've done in training so far. So we'll become luckier, so to speak. Arsene Wenger, that's a bit like me last Monday. Okay? We'll quickly move on from that one. The last bit, I love that probably because I think he's an absolute legend. Okay? In terms of probably a crap Prime Minister, but led us into battle. Okay? Never a small group of thoughtful, committed people could change the world. And you go on about something like that, and what I look at from that is even in football, you look at Scottish football, which is shite. Okay? But Aberdeen, the most successful team in Scotland, 2 European trophies. Dundee United got to semi-final European Cup in '84 and a UEFA final in '87, and I think Aberdeen did in '83. Look how small those countries were and could do it. Look what we did last season in the FA Cup. Okay? So that, to me, that last one is very, very important. Set plays, this is what I want us to go on to tonight. Okay, for your benefit, we've named them. Obviously, that is not a real word, but it just didn't look right without putting the O on the end. Okay? To come, There are going to be throw-ins, free kicks, and the last one I've put penalties, and that's a serious one. Can you practice it? Of course you can. Okay, so we will be going on to that. The reason that I put the names on, guys, I'm just looking, is that while I get the set plays up, yeah, I just want to touch on this before we go into the set plays. Okay, a lot of our warm-up, we do that. The rondos, the circle bit where we have 2 in the middle, 1 in the middle. A lot of us think they're a gimmick to hammer the player in the middle. Let's chuck Hamzy in the middle and hammer the fucking ball at him and make him look a twat. We don't need to. He does that pretty good on his own, to be fair. Okay, but no, seriously. Listen, it is a bit of a gimmick, it's a bit of team spirit, but seriously, there are loads of things that I want us to take from that. Whether we split it into 2 groups and have a Champions League group and an FA Cup group, showing which are the better ones, because trust me, it's not always the best players that are. The technical points that come from the rondos, for example, positioning yourself correctly to receive the ball, your touch, left foot, right foot, maintaining possession, weight of pass, inside, outside of foot. All those things will take you into your game on a Saturday. So trust me, if we take it out there as a little bit of a dick about and a bit of a gimmick, you'll go out there and your first touch will be like that. And we all know if our first touch is poor, we don't get a second touch. And you also, your confidence is low for the whole game. And that's why, on the match day routines, I want the keepers in that for a little bit at the start, and then they can go and do their prep. I will be to put that in match day routine. I'll put that one at the last minute, 89 minutes on the clock. Because this sets you up. You know when we talk about playing out from the back, drawing them onto us, that striker doing doggies, the midfielder having to push onto our left back, then we switch and go out the other side. If we do this in a game, trust me, let's send Jonah and Lewis into the middle and they do a few doggies because we're keeping it off them. Will they maintain that same standard for 2 or 3 minutes? Of course they wouldn't. Because suddenly they'll look around and there's still 89 minutes on the clock. Same as we do it out there. So if we keep possession of that ball early doors, sometimes if it's not beneficial to going forward, it just remains that because it'll tire the opposition out. That's why we do it late on. Keep switching plays side to side. The great teams do it. The poorer teams get tired of going side to side. Look at us last year, 8 minutes away from going through to the FA Cup second round. Did we lose concentration? Yeah, we did. Was our corner that we conceded our fault? Yes, it was. Should Sammy Gwyn been on the line? No. That's that concentration, and that's the difference between elite and the ones below. And that's why I want us to do that. Okay? Coming up, okay, when I do this, we'll show the KPIs. Teacup, something I always hammer home about. The new lads, they'll get used to that. We'll bring it in. Player positioning, profiling. So, for example, John, Kieran, keepers, can you kick like Pickford? Aim for those sort of areas, that second lines, if the first line isn't on. So those sort of player profiling. Match day routine. We'll do all this before the start of the season. We'll end on that one because you know the answer to that one, don't you, lads? Feel free to answer.
You said you asked this question last year.
I did, so you should know it.
I got bad memory.
I remember to listen to
Yeah,
Sorry?
Unless somebody else had. Oh, it's the biggest room in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space.
Is what?
Space.
Space? Anybody else? Come on, you did it last year.
Room 4.
Zone 14.
No.
Can't really remember.
What are they like?
Do you know what Zone 14 is, lads?
We'll come on to zone 14.
They don't know what it
You've
is.
got to know what the biggest room in the world is. Come on!
Room for improvement.
Okay? We'll do the set plays.
John.
Well, John. I'll do the set plays and we'll do them on the tactics board, but I'll just quickly touch on them on here first of all.
Well, John.
Because, total honesty, from you guys, who hasn't looked at them?
Me.
That's okay.
Say has or hasn't.
That's not bad. Sorry?
Has or hasn't.
Hasn't. Okay, that's not bad, I don't mind that. Okay, those that have looked at them, who doesn't understand them? Hamzy, it's no shock. At any time, Hamzy, never put your hand up, I understand you. Okay? Okay, listen, that's fine. We're going to run through them out there and then we'll have a game at the end, but I'll put them on the little tactics board. This one, Edda. Okay? So they're all going to have a name. The reason that we're going to have a name for them, you will remember them better. Okay? And also hand signals, teams start to work that out. But not only that, there will be for the corner taker a little one to do. So we'll dummy run up to the ball. So he goes up to the ball, then he goes back. The rest of the team knows. So he'll get over there quickly and put it down, but on his way over, he will shout out the routine. We're going to do header. Okay? Ball played into this zone. The highlighted zone is the area the ball will played into. So whoever's taken that, whether it be Jonah, Ben Miller, Hamsey, whoever's taken it, you will practice and you will get the ball into that zone beforehand in training. Whether that's here, whether that's at my place, you come out and do it, we'll measure the sort of area that you need and you will be delivering the balls into those areas. When he does that, player A, okay, makes that run into that area. The same as player B does. C will block, A and B will go to the area to get a flick on. Now on the set plays, I'm never expecting a direct goal. If we get a direct goal, I'm brilliant. I'm looking at second phases, okay? That is why C, one of them stays and blocks to keeping the players on the line, and D and E will come in for the second phase, okay? Make it clearer when we go out there. That's just a touch on it. So does that make sense? If I ask Hamsey, then if he gets it, everyone. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. Which one would you be?
Which one would I be?
Yeah.
Probably be C, I expect.
Would you? C4? Okay, we won't go there.
So,
We got the
Okay.
dugout on there, haven't we?
Sorry?
We got the dugout on there.
At least you made the bench, son.
I mean, I pick on the Welsh side, I pick on you.
Different teams of me. Okay, second one, Bevo. 2 bounces. So the corner taker, 1, 2. We all know. But I don't really want us to do it from that because it's too late. So as I'll use Jonas and Nan's going over to he shouts, Bevo! So you all know. So we set up. Players line up at the back post, player on the line, player in that zone, and 1 player there. That player there is the crucial one. He's now going to deliver the ball into that zone, low and hard driven pass. Player A will run to the ball as if he's going to strike it and over-exaggerate the dummy. After he's done it, he will tuck round to cover here. This doesn't have to be a centre-half, a full-back, or whoever. So don't think centre-half, so I'm going to have you running up to strike the ball. Not saying you can't. I'm just saying, we don't. When I've done this in my academies, we don't. We have one of our midfielders just drops back, says, I'll go back, he goes back, totally disinterested, he knows what's going to happen. As the ball's delivered, he comes. Again, I'm not expecting a direct goal. I've done this routine 18 months and I've only had 1 direct goal. But I've had 3 or 4 from second phases. Okay, which again, the shot goes in on target in that area, rebounds the rest of it. Jacko, okay, everyone understand all those lines, nice and simple? Yeah. Okay, Jacko 1. Nice and simple. Actually, this is probably the easiest out of the lot to remember. Okay, because Jacko, he's got a player B, starts there, makes his run when the player comes up strike, makes it run in there. This player will obviously go with him. He then darts to play the 1-2. As he goes there, these players, all of them, go forward. That's the blue lines. They go into those areas. As it comes back, he delivers back post, where player on the edge comes around the back. Okay, strikes and scores. Hence, there it is after picture. Does that all make sense?
Ball should be in the stands.
Yeah.
Ball will probably be in the stands. I don't really, I would be pissed off, but again, remember, you haven't got a score from the first time. Go second phase, I'm happy with that. And listen, if it comes off, it shows that you're getting it, okay? Gusto, okay? Again, I use Ben 10 as an example because to me, personally, I think he's probably one of our best players, having the ball into feet, sticking his big fat ass out and keeping them off. Okay, he's very good at that. So I've got player A will make the run first of all to go short, as if he's going to receive it, will then spin out. Ben will then get in front of that player because that player that's marking player A will not have followed him. Okay, trust me, they won't. Ben 10 has to get in front of him, hold it up, sets it back, and then he shoots. And there's the end finish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want to put the lights on there, though?
Yeah.
Please, mate.
Wake up, boys. Come on, let's put the lights on now.
There you go. Personally, do I need to put it on you what we've just done to recap?
No.
Happy to go out there and do it? I want us to get out there and do it. If I'll take that out with us if we need to,
No.
we can do. Happy to have it.
You go there again?
Yeah.
Hey, P. Mike. You all right, mate? How's it feel?
Not too bad.
A bit better?
Yeah.
Andy?
Sammy, how are we, mate? Kings, Alexa?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good night.
Starting to get warm then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so now...
What was that, 25? Okay. Right, I'll take the maps.
Trouble starts on the upstairs, it's 10 this way and it's past now.
That's good then.
That's all right.
25 minutes.
Good. That's okay, I'll live with that.
Yeah. Right, so we got 9, so we got 18, 9 sides, so that's great.
Yeah. Are they going straight up there now, are they?
Right.
I'll tell Cliff to take them for a bit of a run and then I'll have them
Yeah.
for a bit of a rondo.
We're going to put my glass case. Put my glasses on there.
Yeah, we've got 18 of them.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, they're back. You found them. Fuck, maybe we're down to 17. Thanks, you taking that?
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right.
Nah, I don't know. We'll put that back.